Hey, what's going on? Pardon for the lighting. I was trying to make it look decent, but okay. I am about to take a photo, my first photo of 2025, and I decided to do up my eyes. I don't know if you guys can, I mean, obviously you can see because I can see it. I did up my eyes, and it's actually not bad considering that this look has been going on for like a few hours. 9:46. About since like 5 or 6. So that's not bad. Since like 5. So, yeah. Yeah, maybe even 4, like approximately 5. Um, but when you include the hair, about like a good healthy 5. Okay, well, about to take some photos. And I'm not supposed to, you know, if you look nice, you're supposed to come with some attitude, but literally I just sat down, kind of moseyed around, uh ate some food and was trying to like rummage through my bag, trying to find some old makeup products. But found something and here we go. Here we go. All right. So I mean, if you're interested in seeing how the photos will come out, then just go to my Instagram, Love Peace Honey, on Instagram. And that's where we'll upload it. That and I think also the site, the blog, lovepeacehoney.com. All right. It's been a minute since you guys have seen me. I think it's been officially like a week. I think no, today is the 5th. Yeesh. So yeah, no, it hasn't been a week because oh no, I think it has. At least on some social media platform. I did upload a video about a week ago, and now I'm doing this video. It's so weird when people try to tell me like, "Oh, yeah, nobody's gonna come to save you," but those are the same people that feel entitled to criticize me or make me want to do anything that they want me to do. And it's so weird when people are saying that, "Oh, yeah, like I want to be your friend." No, you don't. You don't want to be my friend because the very thing that I ask of you as a friend, like you can't even get through the fucking door. The door is opened. Tell me what you're selling. Because it's initially already lies. If you actually want to befriend me, then you tell me the things that I actually want to know. You're not telling me anything. You want me to continue the cycle of abuse where you are able to be in a group chat, communicate or some bullshit behind my back. That's so crazy. Oh my god, these people are so fucking stupid and nasty and ugly. Like you require me to be your friend in order for you to speak up for me? Do you think that anybody who was advocating against, civil rights and stuff like that had to be friends? No, like they saw a bigger purpose. We're literally in the month of like, President's Day and Martin Luther King Jr. birthday. And you really have a bunch of dummies over here thinking that they can try to get one over me by stating, oh, I need to suppose no, this is gaslighting, saying I need to let love in and all other kind of bullshit when you already show that you are not trustworthy. You're showing me that you're already an op and that you're trying to gaslight me. You are considering me to be stupid. You are already apparently, transparent with your intentions where you want to have like an upper hand or kind of approach me in a certain kind of way where I'm at a disadvantage and you have like the inside scoop. You would it not be? It's like, you know how they have like those inside jokes? Well, now you have an inside communication with other people who I obviously do not want to tolerate or don't want to have any kind of, relationship or connection with. But somehow your dumb stupid ass think that you are qualified in order to be a friend to me or even in my social circle. You always have the option to kill yourself. If not, then take that option, then take your advice and your opinions to yourself and with whomever. Because how did you ever think that you were qualified or even valuable or even attractive enough to be even considered for me to even want to, address you if you are going to already soon, like off the bat, be on some bullshit? These are my boundaries. Obviously, it's very rare lately. I've seen on television because a lot of television about is about like typically drama and ups and downs and da da da. Da. It's really rare for there to be a woman with good enough boundaries, not even strong enough boundaries, but just like, respectable boundaries. Um, yeah, yikes. Like I can be all about love and romance. But it's just like, shit, give me something give me something to believe in. You know? That's ill. These people are just so fucking lazy and stupid and unattractive. I don't care what you look like. I turn down attractive people and I've turned down like people obviously who were not attractive, but supposedly air quote had good hearts, but they didn't. So yeah, no, I'm just not stupid. So I'm not well, at least I'm not stupid enough to fall for that kind of bullshit with these lazy people. People are just weird. Wow. And he wants to call me lazy. Gaslighting is insane. Anyway, I'm about to go ahead and go take some photos because people obviously have been lying on my name and then have been trying, each and every kind of way uh, to go ahead and vilify me based off on the abuse that they've done to me, which again is insane. One of the wildest things is did you see that little oh my god, I did it again. Okay. It was like literally the little wispy thing. I'm telling you, fluffies everywhere. Um oh my god, I hold on. I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, there's typically a woman who can speak for herself or do or does what she wants or have strong boundaries. It's just like there's only seems to be two types of people that do that. Um, is either the gold digger or the gold digger man eater or the strong archetype woman that is trying to compete for a position in a male dominated field. There's no other option. There's this like, on television and stuff like that. Even women nowadays who have more reign and more, opportunities to go ahead and write a character and you just really just showing those two. There's not another one where you're just like you can be kind of betwixt in the middle. You can be somebody who is romantic and stuff like that, but you're not going to settle for like something that looks atrocious and trying to dress it up like, some piece of shit that's trying to dress it up as something not. Like I don't have to go through several different series in order to be like, okay, no, you're you're a horrible person. No, get the fuck out of here. Like seriously, I'm coming out of a very traumatic situation, regardless of what people continue to do behind the scenes. It's just like I don't need people trying to really like throw mud at me in regards to like the whole BS. It's disgusting. I don't know. Let's see. Let's think what else. I don't know. And it's so wild because like these are my boundaries. I wasn't even telling other women to go ahead and like do this. I would hope that other women wouldn't have these certain kind. I would hope that the woman who would probably like better align with me won't have to deal with that kind of caca. Like, because there's some women, just like there are men who like to have that kind of chase, that drama and all that kind of stuff. But I hope the women that would align with me would not want to have or deal with that kind of caca. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, like what you do is what you do. What I do is what I do. I'm talking about my own preference, and it's be really kind of nasty and gross for some male to want to, be perverted and lust after me whole time. He doesn't even respect my wants and desires. He's giving me what he thinks I want. He's giving me what he wants me to want. Ugh, no, you don't love me. Get fuck away from me. Fuck off. So yeah. And that's just it. Like I'm saving like yo, if anything, I'm doing you a solid. I'm doing you a favor. I'm literally telling you exactly like, not wasting either one of our times. But sometimes, some men actually want to do that because, as with men, women are the ones that are noted and spotted when they age. Men, they can be fucking 90 years old and still be like one of those societal quotes like, a bachelor, something like a man's man. Like, stop. Okay. No. And I don't have to have any kind of like, airs about me. Just no. That's no. You're not gonna like misery obviously loves company because I can only tolerate but so much. And if you're in my company and you literally have to be near me, I'm just like, no, but seriously, I do. It's just like, would never want to have to do anything. Like, boo gaga. All right. So again, take some photos. There was a video that I did on my Just Bees Honey, when it was Bees Oh Honey, uh, YouTube channel, and as per usual, during that time when you're doing like the DIYs, or when you're doing like a video for beauty, you kind of model the look. So you're modeling the hair or the makeup, like okay. And that's just it. That's the thing. I was talking about this before, but it's just like when you're doing all that, I caught myself in the midst getting like real anxious, and so I had to do like a little sensory thing. I have to do those quite often, especially in my videos if you watch back. So then sometimes like I have to touch something. It's like, oh my god, it's disgusting. But it's just like I get the creeps when you just have to do that moment where it's just 'cause it's just like, is it that serious? It's like I have to I smile. But there's one video, I think it was like something with that little Afro puff poof kind of thing. And I was doing like the modeling and stuff like that. And then I was getting like as like one of those anxious thing. I'm like shaking my leg right now, but it's like one of those moments. I was just like anxiety or something like that. And then I was just like, and then it just started being goofy. Like, and that's yeah. So I really don't, it's just one of those moments where I being in my shell, I have a lot of people who don't I have a lot of people who are not just a lot of people, just like this is a kind of a society that is, kind of puts on airs and puts on airs and has like this sort of like persona and stuff like that. But I'm just like, I'd rather be on the sideline. I mean, looking nice, moisturized, but it's just like leave me out of it. Be trying to insert me into like BS, and it's ridiculous. So I'm pretty sure right now several of the lies that have been going on about me have run rampant. There have been people who are influencers and things of that nature participating to help kind of passively support the abusers and that I've had to deal with. And right now, I'm at a period in my life where I am. hmm, I'm obviously working on that, but there's other things I need to kind of focus on and concentrate on. But I am still addressing that, and I am still gonna continue the whole series thing because actually, I mean, not for nothing, that was actually kind of fun. So, that was just my creative outlet, and in the midst of being abused, and in the midst of people doing like these awful, heinous stuff, people who pretend that try to save face, be like, I don't know, she's crazy, like oh, we love her, you don't love me. You've known for over uh, uh damn near over like damn near 2 decades, and actually over if you consider young adulthood, that somebody was always hating on me and pretending to be my friend. And when I moved into the house that I saved from foreclosure, I got into a relationship, like my first serious relationship. I've only had less than a handful of people that I've been with, and I had my first real relationship. And that person was so jealous and bitter that they decided to go ahead and sleep with them. Now, what's really messed up in all the kind of deflections and crap and all the other kind of stuff where this person is going to mess with your mind with a bunch of word vomit and word salad. Just think of this. You have somebody who calls himself a friend sabotaging you, talking lies and stuff like that to the person who you had a very deep connection with, and well, not deep, because if it was that deep, then he would not have done what he did. But a connection and a relationship with someone who you lived with at the time, and she's a lot. She's lying to your face, which hurts more actually because you grew up with this person. This person since the third grade, so it's really messed up. You fought for this person and all other kind of stuff. All the while, this person is telling you about their sexual escapades. No protection. Times where they had a child and then had an abortion. At least that's what they told me. Had casual sex, casual hookups. Going to the club and having sex in the car. Things of that nature. How you do your thing is how you do it. Is how you do it. It wasn't for me, and that should be okay. Literally, I've had older women call me a prude when I was a child and when I was a young adult, and I was just like, wow, that's kind of crazy. But in hindsight, it shows me exactly, I guess, like how my ID IDs ideals um th- there's something where it's just like, okay, agree to disagree. You feel me? Like our lifestyles are different. That's totally fine. But don't try to force that on me or like don't try to belittle me. That's my lifestyle. I'm not gonna belittle or bash you. You feel me? In the car, we're both listening to like, trap music. You feel me? We'll listen to secular and trap music. But you feel me? Just like I'm stating this because it makes it more easy to not understand, but more easy to digest onto how I guess I was not like them. So I guess it was more easier for them to gravitate to somebody who is more like them. And that's all well and good, but it's just like what you did was really fucked up. You had a very promiscuous lifestyle, and I was in a serious relationship, a committed relationship. Person bought me a ring. Person got me a ring. It was a nice ring. Barely remember like the details of it, but for what I remember, it was like, oh, I remember the hurt more. The 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 wild, the random fights out of nowhere. I remember talking to a friend. I remember the random fights out of nowhere with the significant other. I remember talking to a friend and divulging what was going on and being like, because my mother and my grandmother had passed away at that time. So I'm just like, a maternal or a female. So, I'd go to my aunts, just to hang out with them. But for like, just to get the maternal, sometimes the questions, and I rarely go over there. I went to my Aunt Ollie for that. Rest in peace. But womanly advice, or just to just, like not even just a woman to just kind of like talk to. I would go to I would go to an aunt or I would go to Danielle, a friend. And it is really disheartening for someone to lie to a bunch of strangers in society who they're trying to recruit and stating like, oh, I don't understand, she's talking about shit crazy. Oh, I got left for her, like whatever. Just like, we or da da da. I don't care what the excuse is. You didn't care about me. You didn't love me. Because the things that I remember are you telling me about your promiscuous escapades, you having unprotected sex, you doing this, that, here, and the third, you getting caught out there. And all the while, in the midst of that, I'm over here divulging my secrets as far initially until I saw you actually being a very like a little weird, standoffish. But me just, telling you like, oh yeah, well, he cheated, and because I'm seeing like a girl's number in the phone, and I'm just thinking, oh well, it's just an emotional situation, and the whole entire time, it broke me to know that that girl was possibly you, because from what I hear or what I heard was that this person has a heavy rotation now. But how did you supposedly love me when you were possibly trying to expose your best friend to an STD? When you were being very careless with your sex life and then sleeping with somebody who I was with behind my back? How did you care? And honestly, people who are supposedly, trying to justify and all this other kind of stuff, you kept perpetuating lies upon me. So how are you somebody who is, actually supposedly caring? And you guys were saying that, oh, this is then you try to save face and saying, oh, we're in a love triangle, this is polyamory. You would try to fake text messages and all that other kind of shit. All this, and you got strangers over here being very negative, thinking that I owe you an apology when the whole entire time you've been moving foul for decades. You're, you're an awful person. You're an awful human being. There's never a moment where I need to second guess myself when I have literal receipts about me being a good and decent person to you. And the whole entire time, you just kept wanting to see me down. How are you talking about wanting to criticize or wanting to help me help my life when you were over here trying to expose me to an STD? I've actually talked about one of the times where I've had, my health being affected when it comes to like, UTIs or when it comes to like, any kind of like, checkup. And those times you were sleeping with him. Those times when you were actually like fucking on a medication for your own situations. You're fucking disgusting. The people who are supporting you, whether it's a male or a woman, are disgusting because they're trying to help you find, like, they're trying to help save face and they'll do it for a buck. It's disgusting. 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 You can't make me feel any kind of guilt or shame for wanting to have boundaries, for you doing dirt and dirty stuff and then lying and then, man, fuck out of here. You're disgusting. Disgusting. You're not a friend. You never a friend. You were never a friend. Not in my adult life. You were so fake. You were so fake. You were doing a bunch of nasty stuff, and then you probably felt not guilty, but other people probably questioned you to the point where you wanted to look like the good person still, and then you did some shady shit. And then when I finally had I think it was like in 2019 or 2020, but during that time I posted a video on my YouTube, this YouTube channel from 2019 or 2020, and it's about basically how I approach you because I'm just like something feels off, and it's so weird too because during that time, yo, it just seemed like there was like an increase in competitiveness, and I'm just like, for what? So for years and years and years, it was always, but I was just like, okay, well, then what's going on? And at a point in time, you didn't. I guess you really didn't need to because you felt like you had the upper hand. So you already, you were sleeping with the person who, I was with and who I was living with. You were slowly but surely having other people who were like in my family and my circle and community laughing at me and talking behind my back. You lied on my name in order to have him put cameras in my house. So while people are watching me and things of that nature, it was just like there was no reason for you to go ahead and with the whole competitiveness or kind of like passive aggressive comments and shade. I guess you really needed to maintain that for your own ego. But that's really fucking sick and foul. It's really, really fucking sick and foul. And a few times, because I was always that kind of person who was like, oh, I guess there was like the moment where you had that meme was like, oh, check on your strong friends. Because a lot of stuff I did hold inside because I didn't like you may not say anything out loud, but I could feel like I didn't like the way how people were treating me. I didn't like, and I was like, you know what? I'm having to cut people off left and right. And the whole fucking time, the people who I had to cut off were people who were close to me, people who I supported, people who I looked out for. And they were just like laughing. They were probably seeing this shit like it was a show from Scandal or some shit, some Shonda Rhimes kind of stuff. I'm just like, there's nothing, especially black people, because you know how there's so much toxicity within a lot of black families, and they use church as a shield to hide behind when it comes to accountability and responsibility. And I'm just like, I want no parts in that. So clearly somebody like me, who is once an avid churchgoer, holding people accountable is going to ruffle feathers, especially in a town that is, small enough where a lot of people know a lot of people. But I became more of a recluse, I became more of a hermit, and then actually gave more people the ability to just go ahead and talk. And because, word and news travels fast, at that point in time, yeah, anything can happen. People can definitely try to, obviously not try to, but people assassinate my character. People were trying to vilify me up and down. People were trying to literally plot things in my life in order for me to turn into them. Because a lot of their stories are really projections of what they've done. It is 10:11 right now. Literally have less than 2 hours. I'm going to take some photos. I feel pretty. I know that I'm pretty. I never have to question that, even on my worst day. I'm just gonna go ahead and take some photos. Going to upload it. Might not upload one tonight, or may not upload it by the 5th, but I'm gonna upload one anyway. And yeah, that's really it. I'm just, every single time when you see a woman, I don't care if this person's an influencer. I don't care if this person is in your close circle or anything of that nature. And even if they have fucking tears, I do not care. And neither should you when those people are trying to gaslight you or passively show some nuance for somebody who decided to go ahead and sleep with somebody who you were with. Somebody who you were sleeping, like, somebody who you were sleeping with, who told about, your childhood and wanted to tell them about your future and all the other kind of stuff. Somebody who you intended to have a future with. And just things, just it's just so gross of her. And for people to really try to make some type of nuance or trying to throw some glitter on that stuff, it's foul. It's really, really foul. That's not girl power. That's not me being a girl's girl by trying to save her reputation. And it's even worse because she grew up with me. So she should have had some sort of, like, hindsight, loyalty, hesitation, or anything or any of that nature. There should have been no reason for her to try to open up herself to that. And then she doubled down in the deceit and wickedness by, again, risking my health, lying to my face about it, gaslighting me, lying behind my back, all that stuff. So no, that was never love. That's no misunderstanding. Nah. Throw a Bible verse at it, and it still will not solve you or absolve you of your sins. If you even believe in that, because it doesn't seem like you're the kind of person that really walks and truly walks with God. Because every single time you open your mouth, like, we shouldn't even be having, like, like any kind of connections or communications. I know I don't. I'm upholding my part with the whole no contact order. So why are you? The no contact order is against you. I literally had to post that shit on Facebook. The no contact order is against you. So why are you still having my name in your mouth and then stating that, oh, supposedly we had communication in between, June 2024 and present day when we haven't. You've communicated with me. Okay. You try to reach out to me. It's raining water. Oh my goodness. And and that's that. That's that. If if anyone is really truly genuine about actually being a friend, you first have to just be an associate. I'm so dead ass. Like, why are you so much in a rush in order to get that title? That's very suspicious. Why would you be so much in a rush in order for me to trust you? I can trust within reason, especially if you are able to come to me and confront me with the truth and honesty. But why would you want me to try to, like, what is going on here? The way how people are is just, it's weird. But yeah, my name is Shalise Map, and I have been getting stalked. I've been having people harass me and abuse me for such a really, 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 really exhaustingly long time, and that has involved, you know, dirty cops, people who work for the state, so government staff, people within the government, basic community people, people who are, relatives and ex-friends and ex-lovers. And my thing is to try to move through this attaining absolute justice.